Welcome, brother.
Limpy Lubosh. He pissed off quite a bunch of people, did he now? The knight in shining armor is coming.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
Guess there was a murder.
Jesus, St. Peter. This is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Okay. Nothing to see here, people.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
I will. I sure as hell will. So, who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
So, why did he limp?
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been into anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Interesting.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Well, I guess he was dead already. You.
I'm at your service.
What's up with you?
Tonight.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Yes, yes.
recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Right, about the hair. It's pissing me off. You know what's the case, I think? They forgot to put the dried Because what we see here, while it's so clear and the edge there it's blurry, what's clear is his normal hairstyle.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with?
Yeah,
Relatives or
guys.
friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's
What,
all.
you don't?
Thank you.
Sucks to be you, guys. Sucks to be you. Mash, yeah, you were a
God
bit
save you. What can I
asking
do?
around.
I've come in the name of... That...
Alright, what do I have to do? Find more about Lubosh.
I hope I...
That man Lubosh,
He was a strange one. Oh,
have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I didn't see much of him lately. Not even in the tavern.
Do you know...
Church, eh?
That's all.
Well, that's something then. So, well, these guys don't have... Oh, Marouche. Marouche. You maybe have something to say?
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few
Yes,
questions?
yes.
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
I must, but you probably can't because you suck, woman.
Who
So,
was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
well done,
Have you noticed
woman.
anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do
Uh-huh.
you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
I don't really like our armor sticking out
Do you
of
know who Lubosh used to spend time
our
with?
outer garment.
Kin or friends?
I
As
really
far
don't
as
like
I
it.
know, he had nobody at all in this world.
And they shouldn't be
That's
like
all.
it.
Thank you.
But apparently we can't really do much about it. Do I have something else to put around? Nope. Not in here. Maybe with the horse? Or it's the black hood? Or the linen hood? Or the red noble hood? Nope. Not with that one. Alright. This appears to be better. Let's try the black hood. Damn it, wrong button. Let's see if this looks better. It's kind of broken.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Who was...
He was a drunkard and a beast.
We don't really have anything to talk to you anymore, so
What do I...
blah blah
Do you
blah.
know who...
Blah blah blah. They all suck. Well, we do have actually... No, apparently we can... Oh no. No. Finally, we're stuck to Judas Priest. Well, we found
What
Lubosh.
is
So.
it?
Oh, Senor Innkeeper?
My respects to you.
You should have something to say.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't...
That man...
I didn't really...
Have you noticed that...
Come to think of it, he...
Yeah, alright. We need to talk to your father. Father,
Do you know
brother,
anyone...
Not with anyone...
stranger, Smith,
That's all.
something else. Something
Is there
else.
anything suspicious?
Nothing out of the...
I was just reciting the... No, I guess we look like... I guess we need to keep like a hood or something. Because this just doesn't work. I'm sorry. With the outer garment, with the heavier ones, it just doesn't work. So, the outer west, I'll put you away. We need something like that, I guess. Fine. Well, we don't need to be like fully covered with armor. We have enough armor as it is because of our armor. So we don't need like outer garment to do some more armor stuff. So, wait a second. Do we have like a? No, we don't have anything in this place, like an armorer or something. No, down here, no. No, we don't. Fine. How much money do we have again? $8,000 almost. Interesting. Okay, Padre. I'll just leave the horse over here. Okay, I have a question. This one here. Charisma 7. Charisma 3. Even though the condition is worse, I think... Wait a second. Fine. You're one heck of a priest, man. I like you, priest.
What the hell?
You don't like that? Fine. Alright, Judas, priest. Let's talk. How about Lubosh?
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sahanish of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Interesting.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, how about you tell me something that would help me,
Do you know
bastard?
what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Well, and actually, in this case, I totally agree with the guy. Because it's not about just confession. It's the same with, for example, psychologists and things like that. And there need to be exceptions to that by law. Same goes also with, family, parents, children, things like that.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
Father.
But Lubosh
Can't
is
hurt him
dead.
now.
You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Okay. Well, we could have gotten it the easy way, if I made him persuade him
You
somehow.
thought of
But,
a way to help me solve that murder?
well,
Let's leave it for the evening. Come to the tavern.
Sure.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
Nice. A little bird told you, huh?
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
Sure.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
All right, Padre.
Consider it done.
I'll deal with it.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods.
A man of the church will always pay his debt. Apparently they are Lannister. Alright. Well, we have a new quest, which is playing with the devil. And that one is like over here. Well, we have to wait until the night anyways. To go to the tavern. So, why just don't we get over into the woods? Come on. Alburak. There you go. Let's go into the woods. And have a look around. Hey, that's the bailiff. And talk to that witch. The witch bitch. All we need to do is follow this track. I like it, you know, how you just run around and then you see from the plain fields into the woods. This is like this transition. And then the birds and everything. Awesome. Awesome. Hello, sir. You may leave. I was about to kill you, but then I decided to be a nice guy. Just a normal, everyday nice guy. Yeah, that's where the path separates. So we're close. We're very, very close. Well, that's a good place for an ambush, isn't it? I mean, this would be an amazing place for an ambush, but also there's no really much room to get people... or to get a caravan out there. But then again, if you're trading, then you probably use this path to get your cart around. And so... yeah, this path also. Oh well. There's the other way there. Another way far, I guess? You want to get to the witches? Dude, don't go to the witches. They do witchcraft and shit. Witchcraft and shit. So I guess we have an alchemy bench around here too. Because there were 2 question marks. Greetings, you bitch. I mean witch. It's all the same. Because all witches are bitches. And some bitches are witches. So, alright, woman.
Would you teach?
Certainly.
Can you even teach me something? Yeah, apparently she can. I don't care. So, what I care about is, do you have a book on herbalism? Okay, we can read that one, why not? Yes. Potions and stuff like that. Poison, leather, Lethean water. Oh my god. This is fucking expensive. Wow. That is amazingly expensive. I like it. What can we sell? Almost nothing. Oh my god. A Bane potion. Consumption causes strong nausea and massive health losses, leading to death. Nice. So you can somehow put this Bane potion somewhere else? Well, no, I don't want poison. Nice. Remove, please. Well, you don't have anything else really, so that's fine. We sure as hell need to haggle for that one. Alright, let's see. How much do you want to? Seriously? Okay, how about that one? Good shit. Good shit. Alright, now that we have these books. Something with the opposite packs? Armor potion. Ah. Your talent and instruction are lacking, though learning cannot help. This potion is always affecting such shortcomings. Alright, so if I go now to the alchemy bench, which is over here, and now I can lullaby. Oh. Wait, what? Okay. Exit. Ah. Ah. Well, I did increase something. I guess it's alchemy. No? I increased reading. Ah, right, well, reading. We're gonna go with the magistrate number 2. So now we can go over here. I don't think that we can prepare arrow the dog potion before I do something like that. Well, the good thing is, for example, with the Bane potion, we get everything except for the belladonna. We need a lot of belladonna. I need to find out where we get some more belladonna. A wild boar tux. Interesting. Antlers. Marigold. Stupid cave mushrooms, man. Eye bright, I have that. Dull maker potion. If this comes into contact with anyone's skin. Ooh. Now these are not potions, these are poisons. Like literal poisons. Herb, Paris, and thistle. Padfoot. Whoever is hard of hearing or has uneven and noisy footsteps and treads heavily, let him breathe his sharpen his ears and loosen his limbs and blah blah blah. Nice. But we can do now a lot of things now. And we're going to do some alchemy, I think, in the future. At the moment, I don't really want it, but we do have pretty much everything, except for belladonna. Freaking belladonna. Oh, she only has 2 belladonna. Isn't much. Grows in clearings and in leafy woods, but it is best not to seek it at all. Fuck that! We need a lot of belladonna. And cave mushrooms. We need to find caves. Caves. Well, for the caves, to find all caves, I think it's the easiest way to find them all is by upgrading our reading skill to level 14. Oh, shit. So we get the cartographer perk, and then we see everything.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you...
Who was it?
Those that live by the sword die by the sword.
Have you noticed anything
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wife.
Yeah, of course, that crazy bitch is getting crazy around here.
How would I know?
Do you know who
I don't know.
That's all.
Fine. Just a second, guys. Okay, I come from the Judas priest.
Come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me?
Stop that.
Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
I mean you well.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long as it's the truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
Well, I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
An ointment?
What kind of ointment was it?
An ointment?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks?
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
So she invented meth, eh?
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
Yeah, just give it anyways.
And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That
yes,
they do.
fun.
So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though. So why did you give them the ointment?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah. I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea, or the clink of their coin?
Yeah, you greedy old hack.
What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them.
Sure.
One that
So all this...
the ointment could make a person.
I want to know... I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they...
Alright, fine.
Thank you 1,000-fold.
Oh, of course.
I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain.
Alright, where are those bitches? Of course, they're all in Udit. Ah. It appears that there's some... Is there some other city up here? Because there's 2 ways leading there. You little bitch. God fucking damn it. Those rabbits are blowing themselves. Bitch. God damn it, I hate rabbits, man. There you go. I'll take that, thank you very much. I'll take that too. Thank you. And no. No, I want to have the arrow, please. Give me back my arrow. No arrow. Another rabbit. Oh, seriously? So fucking close, man. I mean, buddy, that's not cool. Alright, I'm just gonna take the hair pelt. Because the meat is probably a bit too heavy. And we can't really sell it anyway, so... where's the other one? There it is. The reason why I'm just walking around here is actually I would like to find some belladonna. Apparently you can find a lot of belladonna in the woods, in clearings and shit. But I don't really remember how this thing looked. That might be a bit of an issue. So you know what? I'm gonna go slowly back to Ushitz and see if I can find some belladonna here and there. And maybe I will also kill some rabbits. In the meantime, Salty, Forrester, go for the antlers. Guess we're a hunter, buddy. We're a hunter.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me. Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.